Have you ever reached that point where you stare at your bank account and wonder, how did I get here? The bills keep piling, the deadlines scream louder, and even though you work harder than ever, the numbers never seem to favor you. I know that place, that pit where exhaustion meets silence, and silence turns into prayer. I once sat at my table, head in my hands, whispering, "God, please, I just need a way out." But the heavens felt quiet. Nothing changed. The money still vanished faster than it came, and debt felt like a shadow that never left. I thought freedom meant more money, but I was wrong. Freedom began the day I discovered that the Bible isn't just a spiritual book, it's a living manual, a divine strategy for both peace and prosperity. Hidden between its verses are principles so powerful they can turn even the most hopeless financial story into a testimony of redemption. It wasn't a miracle that changed me overnight. It was wisdom. And today, I want to share that same wisdom with you. 10 timeless principles that transformed not just my finances, but my entire life. Before we continue, I want you to pause for a moment. Type this in the comments with faith. Type, "I'm ready to receive divine wisdom." Because that declaration isn't just words, it's an invitation, a moment when heaven leans close to listen. So breathe in, open your heart, because what you're about to hear could be the beginning of your own breakthrough story. The first key God showed me was this: you don't need more money, you need more wisdom. Wisdom builds what money alone cannot sustain. For years, I prayed for increase without understanding order. I worked tirelessly, yet I was building without a foundation. But Proverbs 4:7 pierced through my confusion. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. When that verse finally sank into my heart, everything shifted. I stopped chasing miracles without maturity. I stopped blaming the economy and started studying divine economy, the system of stewardship that governs heaven's blessings. Solomon wasn't just rich, he was strategic. His wisdom gave him balance, patience, and vision. And so, I began to pray differently. Not, "Lord, give me more," but, "Lord, teach me more." Soon, I began to see what I'd missed all along. Money isn't the master. It's a mirror reflecting the order of your heart. If your life is in chaos, your finances will follow. That's when God whispered something unforgettable. "I cannot bless what you refuse to organize." So I began small. I wrote everything down, every debt, every expense, every source of income. And as I did, the fog lifted. For the first time, I could see the path forward. Maybe that's where you are right now, overwhelmed, unsure, but ready to change. Start there. Write it down. Pray over it, because heaven responds to order. Type this in the comments as a declaration. I choose order over chaos. That's where freedom begins. Then came the hardest test, obedience. I remember the moment clearly. God asked me to give when giving made no sense. It wasn't just about money, it was about trust. He told me to forgive someone who had betrayed me deeply, and though I wrestled, I obeyed. That night, peace filled my room for the first time in months. The next morning, an unexpected opportunity arrived, one that became a doorway to financial restoration. Proverbs 3:5 echoed in my soul. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. That verse wasn't just ink on paper anymore. It became a lifeline. Obedience rarely feels logical, but faith doesn't operate on logic. It moves by trust. Abraham walked into the unknown and became a father of nations. You may not see the full map yet, but every step of obedience is a bridge between where you are and where God is taking you. So don't wait for comfort to obey. Move when God speaks. Write this down in faith. I will trust even when I don't understand. That's not weakness, that's faith in motion. The next key God revealed was about intentional giving, sowing with purpose. There was a time I thought giving was for people who already had enough. But the truth is, giving is how you declare to heaven that your faith is bigger than your fear. I remember one evening when I had barely anything left, yet I gave what I could, not because I wanted to impress God, but because I wanted to trust Him. That night, I didn't receive money, I received peace, and peace became the soil for every future blessing. Then came another revelation. You don't need a miracle, you need a new direction. I realized that God wasn't just going to pull me out of debt, He was going to lead me out, step by step, habit by habit, decision by decision. That meant learning to say no to distractions, yes to discipline, and wait when patience was needed. Every decision became a seed, and every seed grew according to its kind. Declare this in faith. Today, I choose direction guided by God. Because direction, not speed, determines destiny. Freedom isn't about having everything. It's about needing less and understanding more. Romans 12:2 says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." That's where real wealth begins. You can't walk in prosperity with a poverty mindset. God had to first renew my thoughts before He could renew my finances. I stopped saying I can't and started declaring God can. I built daily habits, prayer before every purchase, gratitude before every plan, generosity before every gain. Slowly, debt lost its grip. And finally, I learned the greatest truth of all. God doesn't bless you just to make you rich. He blesses you to make you relevant. Purpose is the heartbeat of prosperity. When your money serves His mission, peace flows effortlessly. So as you reach the end of this message, take a moment and declare your faith. My prosperity serves a divine purpose. You are not forgotten. You are not trapped. You are being shaped for freedom. Stay faithful, stay wise, and remember, your story is just beginning.